Welcome once again to another exciting edition of Business Connect. I'm your humble host here, Roy. This is Business Connect. If this is your first time on this channel, this is the channel where we bring you news around China. We bring you news surrounding expats, international students, and everything foreign here in China. So in the past videos, we've been talking a lot about the issue of international students. When will foreign students return to China? So I decided to open a poll where I gave 3 options and I asked students to cast their votes so that we can make a probability to see when we think students can return to China. And so in today's video, we will be looking at the analysis of this probability. Like I said, we are not doing any video on this channel to tell you exactly when we think students will return to China. We're just bringing hope and doing analysis and seeing which dates are possible and which dates are not possible. Bringing hopes to those who are still being hopeful. So if this is the kind of content you want to watch on this channel, why not go ahead and hit that subscription button so that each time we upload videos like this, YouTube will notify you and you'll be the first to watch our videos. So I opened a poll on the channel, and as at the moment at which I'm recording this video, we had 123 votes, which I'm going to display on the screen. And amongst the 123 votes, we had 24% of students who were saying that it's possible for students to return to China on or before September 2021. And we had 53% of students who thought that on or before March 2022 students will return to China. And we had 23% saying that students will return to China on or before September 2022. These are the proposals that you guys have, but in this video I'm going to be doing my own analysis, giving you the facts on the ground and giving you what I think is almost possible. Okay guys, so we're going to be analyzing these 3 different dates. Let's start with September 2021. We are already, today I'm making this video, is already the 2nd of August 2021, and we are already like 1 month to September 2021, and some people still believe that students will return to China on or before September 2021. You can see, and you can bear with me, that September 2021 is almost getting impossible. And right now, as we speak, right now as I record this video, the virus is already protruding its head again in China. We have a lot of cities that have already identified local transmission cases. So right now as I speak, right now as I make this video, preventive measures in China are taking another turn because the Delta variant, which I say is the most contagious, it has been identified in so many cities in China. It started in the airport in Nanjing, and for the past few days it has spread in so many cities in China. But you know, the Chinese people, they don't joke with their preventive measures. They are doing everything to control it and to put it under control, and we think that in the weeks ahead everything will be back to normal. But these are just some signs to tell you that September 2021 is almost impossible for students to return to China. Now let's look at the possibilities of our second date, which you guys have voted. 53% of you have voted to say that on or before March 2022 students will be able to return to China. Well, 53% of you think that on or before 2022 March students will be able to return to China. Well, this is a feasible date, but this is going to only happen if a lot of things stay constant. Let's take for instance that if by the end of this year, if by the end of 2021, if by the end of December 2021, if the virus situation has been put under control for a considerable amount of time, for about 1 or 2 months in China, then we are foreseeing that March 2022 might be a feasible date. Yeah, so you see, there are 2 things that will determine whether some students might return to China in March or not. The first thing is, if China has controlled the virus for a considerable amount of time, say if within 2 months they have not had local cases and they've not had a lot of foreign cases coming in, that is within 2 to 3 months, if the country has been stable and they have hosted the Olympics and the Olympics is over, then we think that a few batch of students might come in March, like for a test. That's my own thinking. That's what I think. I'm not giving anything from an official perspective. Then the last day, 23% of you guys said students will only be able to return to China on or before September 2022. This is an almost feasible date according to me, but just 23% of you guys think that this is a feasible date. Well, I like the courage that at least there are still a good number of people who think that they can wait up to September 2022. But if I may give you guys some advice, I'll tell you that it's better to prepare for a longer date and then it happens earlier, rather than preparing for a shorter date and it has to happen maybe in a very long term. So my advice is that just condition your mind. If I were you, I would just condition my mind that I can only return to China in September 2022. So that if anything has to happen on or before September 2022, it should instead take me by surprise. Rather than conditioning your mind that you will return in September 2021 or maybe in March 2022, and then it has to happen in October or in November 2022, you see that you will be disappointed. So I prefer that you should prepare yourself for a longer period so that if it happens, then you don't get that disappointed. Okay, so I've shown you your own projections, your own probability, what you think. Now listen to my own probability of when I think students will return to China. So for September 2021, I give it less than or equal to 5%. So the probability for students to return to China in September 2021 is less than or equal to 5%. And we all know the reasons, because with the recent cases that have been popping up here and there in China, September 2021 is almost impossible for students to return to China. Now let's look at March 2022. Well, I'm gonna give, say, 20%, less than or equal to 20%, because I think it is really too close, and making a good guess is almost like it's difficult. So, and then also with the Olympics, that will just be 1 month after that. Say, for example, if we are looking about March or April, the Olympic would have just finished just like 1 month from that. And I think the country will need some time to adjust and make any changes if it might happen. So that's why I give just 20% for March 2022. But I'll give the rest percentages less than or equal to 75% for September 2022. So you see that I give a high priority for September 2022. So this is the time that I think that it is possible for students to return to China. It's still not 100% guarantee. That's why I'm saying that if you have other things doing, if you have other options, if you have other things that you were trying to compare with, then make a right choice rather than just waiting and then maybe you're disappointed at the end. So rather than just waiting and doing nothing, while waiting, be moving. Like, keep moving while waiting. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. So thank you guys for watching the video so far. This is Business Connect. If you like what we are doing on the channel, please don't leave the video without giving us a thumbs up. I know a lot of you are disappointed. I know a lot of you are not happy, but we cannot sugarcoat things. We cannot say things that are not the truth. We just say things from a clear perspective, from a feasible perspective. Rather than giving you false hopes, we say things that are feasible, and you guys can bear with me that this is the only thing that can happen. And you can also bear with me that it's not about putting pressure that will change the decision made already by the Chinese government. So please, if you're still interested in returning to China, then patience should be your watchword. This is Business Connect. I'll see you in our next video. Peace out.